Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. So today we're going to be playing with some brand new embossing powders from WOW. These have been inspired by Brenna Keane from Brennan's Crafty Corner, and he's a new designer to WOW. The powders have been inspired by nature, and there's 6 powders in the collection. 2 are part of a duo. And then there's 4 single jars of embossing powder, which I'm showing you here. So that one was Mare. This is dried lavender. Previously, I showed you Aurora Borealis and also frosted Glacier. So you can tell by the names that they really are nature inspired. And then the Pinktastic Duo, these are just gorgeous and they work so well together. So we've got Pink Sapphire, which is a slightly darker pink, and Sakura Bloom. And all of the powders are opaque. So in today's card making video, I'm just going to be using 3 of the powders. I'm going to be using Aurora Borealis, Frosted Glacier and Mare, and I'm going to show you how you can layer your embossing powders. I'm going to be using the Waffle Flower Butterfly Blossom texture die, along with the coordinating stencils and the Butterfly Blossom die set, just for the centres of the butterflies when I finish making the card. So I've die cut them off camera, and I'm just going to use my pokey tool now to release that from the die. It creates a panel that fits perfectly on a US A2 size card blank, so that's 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. And the die itself is about 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, or 5 3/8 of an inch. So I'm just popping out all the little excess bits of paper from the centres of the flowers and the centre of the die. And you can see there from the way that the die is designed, it leaves a lot of room for the wings of the butterflies to pop up, for the flowers to stand out a little bit. So it's got lots of movement and texture, and it creates a really gorgeous background. So I want to make sure all those elements are popped out before I go ahead and start my ink blending. So I'm just manipulating it with my fingers there. And then I'm going to bring in my Waffle Flower Grip Mat. So the layering stencil set has 5 stencils, and I'm going to just separate them out. I'm going to pop the 2 butterfly stencils to one side because they're what I'm going to be using with the embossing powder. And then you can see they've got etched detailing at the top, so it shows you that this stencil is a flower stencil and it's the flower 1 stencil. Now it really doesn't matter what order you use the stencils in, because the only part of the design that overlaps anything is the centres of the flowers. So long as you're adding something that's opaque over the centres of the flowers, then it really doesn't matter that you've added the ink in the flowers first. I'm using Gina K Designs dye inks today to add ink through the stencil. So I'm starting off with medium Orchid, and it's a really gorgeous kind of pinky fuchsia-y kind of colour. For the second layer of flowers, I'm just going to add the light Orchid. So I'm not doing any fancy ink blending techniques here. I'm just adding colour using a blending brush, and I'm using the same blending brush here. As you saw, I just rubbed it off on a cloth and then I came in with the next colour. So Gina K Designs inks, because they've got a smoothing agent in, they're very forgiving, and when they dry they smooth out, so you get a really lovely finish. So I really like using these inks. I'm not very good at ink blending myself, so I'm grateful for all the help that I can get. For the leaves, I'm using grass green, and I'm using a Waffle Flower blending brush here. These are the 1+ brushes. I absolutely love them, but they're great for this fine detail as well. I didn't want to get any of the green through the centres of the flowers, so that's why I'm choosing to use a smaller blending brush here. Now for the centres of the flowers, I'm going to use the Lisa Horton Crafts metallic ink. This is Silver Shine. It's an opaque metallic ink and it looks absolutely gorgeous. So I'm using an ink blending brush that I've got dedicated to this ink colour, just because of the way the inks are designed. You don't really want to contaminate your other brushes. And then when I remove this stencil, I'm going to show you the shine now. It's absolutely gorgeous. And because it's an opaque ink, it went over the centres of the flowers that were pink absolutely perfectly. You can't see the pink coming through. So you need to make sure that your ink is dry. The metallic ink has got some pigment ink in it, so it did take a little bit longer. You can just use your heat tool. And then I'm just using an anti-static powder bag just to remove any static from where the stencils or my fingers have been. And also it's a great way of just making sure that the ink is 100% dry. If you do get any transfer, you just want to leave it a little bit longer before you do this next step. Now I've got a blending brush, and I'm going to apply some WOW Embossing ink through this first butterfly stencil. I'm using a magnet to hold down my stencil to my grip mat because I use the anti-static powder bag. It's made my grip mat less sticky, so I'll need to give that a wash after. But the magnet is so strong it can hold the stencil in place even through the grip mat. So for this first layer, because I'm adding the embossing ink over all of the butterflies, I'm going to be selective when I apply the embossing powder. So I'm going to first of all add some of the Mare embossing powder. So this is a speckled opaque, so it has chunks of white powder in. So when it melts, it'll give a speckled texture. And I'm just applying embossing powder on some of the butterflies because I'm going to use frosted glacier on the other butterflies. So I'm making sure that as I apply embossing powder, I'm then tipping it away from any areas that have still not got embossing powder on. I don't want that powder to stick to the other butterflies. I'm just going to put the excess powder back in the jar, and then I'm going to add the frosted glacier to the other butterflies. So now I can just pour it all over. I don't have to worry about it sticking anywhere else. If you do find that a little bit of the ink wasn't quite dry, use a little paintbrush and just wipe off any excess powder, and then I'm going to heat set it. And because we've got a speckled opaque powder, I am going to heat set from underneath. It's always recommended when using embossing powders to heat from underneath. It saves blowing the embossing powder everywhere, and also if you're using glitter powders or powders with chunks of other powder in, it doesn't blow those bits off and you get a much smoother finish to your embossing powder. So you can see that gorgeous shine there and the mottled white in that Mare powder, and then we've also got that lovely texture in frosted glacier. So now I'm going to come in with the second stencil for the butterfly. So these are the only two stencils really that you need to make sure that you do in the correct order, because this is going to add the detail to the butterflies. I'm just using my anti-static powder bag again there, just to take off any grease from my fingers from holding it while it was heat setting, and then I'm going to line up this stencil. Again, I'm using a blending brush with the WOW Embossing ink. So this blending brush I keep just dedicated for embossing ink. So it's a great way of applying ink through stencils, and you get a lovely smooth even coverage. Applying the ink directly through the stencil with the pad just doesn't transfer the ink very well, so I would definitely recommend using a blending brush. So I'm now going to add Aurora Borealis embossing powder all over the butterflies, and you can see that it's picking out the detail from that second layer in stencil, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. When you're melting textured glitters, embossing powders, it sometimes can be a bit tricky to know when it's started to melt. But as soon as you see that glitter twinkling at you, then you know the area is melted and it's time to move on. So you can see that here really well in the video. And again, he's setting it from underneath because we don't want to blow off all of the glitter. But it looks absolutely beautiful on those butterflies. So there's our gorgeous panel created. So now we need to turn it into a card, and to do that I'm going to keep it relatively simple. So I'm just going to first of all add the centres of the butterflies on. So I die cut those out of some metallic silver cardstock, and they just sit really nicely in the butterflies. Where there's butterflies hidden, I do chop off the antennae just so that we've just got a little bit of the body showing as it's shown on the design. I'm going to add some foam tape to the back of this, but remember, because the panel has some dimension on it and it's got some movement in the wings, I don't want to cover the whole panel in tape. I want that movement to still be there, so I'm making sure that I strategically add the foam tape, and I'm just basically making my own foam tape squares here. I'm going to remove the backing tape and attach it to a A2 top folding card blank that I've created from some teal cardstock. So to create the top folding card, I've got a panel of cardstock that's 11 by 4¼ and then I've scored the 11-inch side at 5½ inches, and then that's created the top folding card. For a sentiment, I'm using the die set from Waffle Flower. This is the print and script with love die set, so you can really mix and match the fonts. So I've used the scripty with, and I've glued that down using some Barely Arts liquid glue. I'm going to keep that nice and flat. And then I've used the word love using the printed text font, and I'm going to add some foam tape behind that and just pop that up, and that will finish off the card really nicely. You can definitely add a few gems as you'll see in the finishing pictures, but that is our card for today. So I really hope that you've enjoyed seeing this come together. I really hope that you've enjoyed seeing how you can use layering stencils and layer your embossing powders over the top of each other. I love these new colours from WOW Embossing Powder, and I hope that you do too. They are exclusive to the WOW Embossing Powder website, so I'll leave links in the description box below, both for the UK and the US website. There is a hop going on Instagram, so if you want to join that, go and check out my Instagram page. It's Meerkat Makes by Al. I'll leave a link to that in the description box below as well, and then you can play along with the WOW hop to be in with a chance to win these new powders. As always, I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Take care.